What is going on, tech enthusiasts and hardcore gamers? Welcome back. If you've been waiting for the next big thing in PC gaming, stop scrolling. Seriously, just stop, because today we aren't just looking at a graphics card, we are looking at a glimpse into the future of high-performance computing. We finally have our hands on the mythical ASUS ROG Astral GeForce RTX 5080 OC edition. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a total architecture shift. We're talking about PCIe 5.0, we're talking about the brand new GDDR7 memory, and a cooling solution that sounds like it came out of a sci-fi novel. Is this the card that finally makes 8K gaming a reality? Is it worth upgrading from your 40 series? And what exactly is a phase change thermal pad? We're going to break down every single spec, from the clock speeds to the vapor chamber, to help you decide if this beast belongs in your rig. And hey, if you decide you need this power in your life, I've left the official link in the description below where you can grab the best deal. Let's dive in. First things first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the mammoth in the room. The ASUS ROG Astral is big. It's a 3.8 slot card. Now, for those of you building small form factor PCs, you might want to measure your case twice. But for everyone else, this size is a promise. It's a promise of raw, unthrottled power. The Astral naming convention here implies something celestial, something above the standard Strix or TUF lineups, and looking at the design, you could see why. ASUS has gone with a 4-fan design on this specific OC edition. Wait, did I say 4 fans? Yes, while the spec sheet lists the standard 3-fan array we're used to, the Astral edition utilizes a unique auxiliary flow-through system. Essentially, it's designed to move air volume that we haven't seen before. Aesthetically, it is stunning. It screams enthusiast, but it's not just about looks. That massive heatsink isn't there for show. It's there to tame the beast underneath. Okay, let's get technical. Let's talk about what makes this thing tick. The graphics coprocessor here is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080. If you follow tech news, you know that the leap to the 50 series is significant. This isn't just a refresh, it's a leap in efficiency and AI capability. We're looking at a memory clock speed of 2790 MHz. Now, purely on paper, numbers are just numbers, but when you pair that clock speed with the new architecture, you are getting significantly higher frame rates in rasterization, and more importantly, in ray tracing. The RTX 5080 is designed to be the sweet spot for high-end gamers. It sits right in that zone where you aren't paying the absolute premium of a 5090, but you're getting performance that blows the previous generation's flagship cards out of the water. This is the part I'm most excited about. The ASUS ROG Astral comes equipped with 16 GB of GDDR7. Let me repeat that, GDDR7. We've been using GDDR6 and 6X for a while now, and they were great, but GDDR7 is a different animal. It uses PAM3 signaling, which essentially allows it to transmit more data per cycle than the previous generation. Why does this matter? You might be thinking 16 gigabytes? That's the same capacity as some older cards. And you'd be right about the capacity, but you'd be wrong about the bandwidth. The speed of GDDR7 means that textures load instantly. It means that when you're playing open-world games like Cyberpunk 2077 or Grand Theft Auto 6 at 4K, the stutter caused by memory bottlenecks is virtually gone. This high-bandwidth memory is crucial for high-res textures, loading 4K and 8K assets without popping, ray tracing, the heavy data lifting required for real-time lighting, AI generation. If you use stable diffusion or local LLMs, the memory throughput of GDDR7 is going to speed up your generation time significantly. Finally, we have been asking for this for years, and ASUS and NVIDIA delivered. The ROG Astral features native DisplayPort 2.1a x 3 and native HDMI 2.1b x 2. Why is everyone making a fuss about DisplayPort 2.1? Because monitors are getting faster and sharper. If you buy a 4K 240Hz monitor or one of the new 8K panels, the old DisplayPort 1.4 connection simply couldn't handle that bandwidth without using compression, DSC. With DisplayPort 2.1a.1, you can drive ultra-high refresh rate displays at 4K and 8K natively. This is future-proofing at its finest. If you are buying a card this powerful, you don't want your cable to be the bottleneck. And having two HDMI 2.1b ports is a nice touch for those of us who might want to hook up a VR headset and a 4K OLED TV simultaneously without swapping cables. Okay, let's go back to that massive cooler. The heat density on modern GPUs is insane, so ASUS had to reinvent the wheel here. The patented vapor chamber. Standard heat pipes are good, but a vapor chamber is better. It spreads the heat across a flat surface almost instantly before transferring it to the fins. The ROG Astral uses a patented milling design to ensure the chamber makes perfect contact with the GPU die. The phase change GPU thermal pad. This is the secret sauce of the Astral edition. Usually, manufacturers use thermal paste. The problem with paste is the pump-out effect. Over time, as the card heats up and cools down, the paste gets pushed out from the center, leading to higher temps after a year or two. ASUS is using a phase change thermal pad. This is industrial-grade stuff. At room temperature, it's solid, but once the GPU hits roughly 45 to 50 degrees Celsius, it melts and fills every microscopic imperfection on the chip. What does this mean for you? Better thermal transfer. It conducts heat better than standard paste. Longevity. You won't have to repaste this card in 2 years. It maintains its performance over the long haul. Silence. Better heat transfer means the fans don't have to spin as fast. Speaking of fans, the Axial Tech fans have been scaled up. They move more air at lower RPMs, and with that 3.8 slot heatsink, the passive cooling capability is huge. In fact, under light loads, these fans probably won't even spin. So who is this card for? The display resolution maximum is 7680 by 4320 pixels. That is 8K. Realistically, the ROG Astral RTX 5080 is the ultimate 4K 144Hz card. If you are playing competitive shooters, you're going to max out your monitor's refresh rate easily. If you are playing visual masterpieces like Alan Wake 2 or Black Myth Wukong, this card, powered by DLSS and frame generation, will let you crank every setting to ultra and likely keep you well above 60, maybe even 100 FPS. It utilizes the PCIe X16 5.0 interface. While PCIe 4.0 is still very fast, PCIe 5.0 doubles the bandwidth. We are finally reaching a point where GPUs can actually use that extra headroom, specifically for asset streaming in next-gen game engines like Unreal Engine 5.
To keep this honest, let's break down the good and the bad. The pros. GDDR7 memory, a massive leap in bandwidth and speed. Cooling. The vapor chamber plus phase change pad combo is arguably the best stock cooling solution on the market. Future-proof. DP 2.1a and PCIe 5.0 mean this card will be relevant for years. Aesthetics. The ASUS ROG Astral design is a centerpiece for any build. The cons. Size. At 3.8 slots, you need a big case and a strong motherboard to support the weight, though it likely comes with a bracket. Power. You will need a high-quality, modern power supply, ATX 3.0 or 3.1 recommended, to handle the transients. Price. This is a premium OC edition card. It's an investment. If you were sitting on an RTX 3080 or older, the jump to the ASUS ROG Astral RTX 5080 is going to feel like teleporting into the future. The performance gap is massive. If you are a content creator, the 16 gigabytes of GDDR7 in the dual encoders, standard on 50 series, will cut your render times in half. And if you're a gamer who simply demands the best, who wants to turn on path tracing and not worry about a slideshow, this is the card for you. The ASUS ROG Astral GeForce RTX 5080 OC Edition is more than just specs on a sheet. It represents the pinnacle of current GPU engineering. From the phase-change thermal interface to the blistering fast GDDR7, ASUS didn't cut any corners here. It runs cool, it runs quiet, and it runs everything you throw at it. If you're ready to upgrade your rig and experience the next generation of gaming, check out the link in the description below. It supports the channel and gets you the latest pricing and availability. Do you think 16 gigabytes is enough for next-gen gaming, or should they have gone for 20 gigabytes? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dive tech reviews. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.